Hey, farming peeps, Tasha12 here. Get a load of this. You see the difference there? And not the tractors. The tractors are that way for a reason. There's slight differences, but not much. The actual only differences in these two mods are in the store. Well, and actually on the machine, option-wise anyway. You have the option to put a beacon on this one. And not so much on this one. You have the option to put wide tires on this one. Not so much on this one. Wide tires and a beacon? No wide tires and a beacon. That's the difference. Oh, I did forget to mention, this one will actually swath left and swath right and swath center, just like that one. However, when you go to swath, pull up the help menu so I can see what I'm doing. I always love this, trying to figure out how to change those. It's actually kind of aggravating. I'll just turn the whole damn thing off, start again. Huh. Well, I'll be jiggers. Well, you gotta lift it up first. That's what it was. Okay. Good gosh. Picky bastards. Anyway, there we go. When you swath to the left, the right arm stays in. When you swath to the right, the left arm folds in. When you swath in the center, both arms fold in. That's it. That's your differences. But everything else is identical, including the nuts, the bolts, the paint, the labels, the hoses, the connections, everything. So we have a duplicate mod. Now, in my opinion, it's just in my opinion, but I would have to say, if it's not, why the hell did you even waste your time in doing this? Because, for one, we have it right here, the Merge Maxx 902. $110,000. Workable area is 9.1 meters. Takes a 140 horsepower tractor. Its workable rate is at 14 miles per hour. But wait, we have the Merge Maxx 902 mod. We downloaded $110,000. 9.1 meter working width. 14 miles per hour working speed and a 140 horsepower tractor needed. Didn't I do an LTD about this here a while back? I'm pretty damn sure I did. About people stealing mods. And this kills me actually, because they didn't actually steal the mod. Because this wasn't a mod. This was in game. That's talent. So you gave it in game. This is in game. Just base version, nothing fancy, nothing special, nothing spectacular. And come over here, now we have the mod. And we can change a beacon light with or without. It's 150 bucks for the beacon light. That wiring is expensive. Or a wheel setup. We can go standard or wide tires for $750. Wide tires. 2 tires at 750 bucks. Damn. Anyway, standard, wide tires. Standard, wide tires. And then the movement of the swathing arms. That's it. That is the only difference in these two. So I ask, why? I mean, did you intentionally steal the mod? I don't know. That's talent. I don't know. Talent or stupidity. Because if there's already an in-game mod, why would I change it up just so I could add a beacon and wide tires? I don't get it. For the simple fact, you changed a couple, 2 or 3 things on it and call it your own. That's the only conclusion I can come up with. I mean, in all honesty, I mean, that's just it. I mean, that sums it up. So, we have the modded version here. And no, I don't want the map. There we go. Hit the right button anyway. Gotta figure out how to work it. I'm new at this. Leave me alone. And see, there you go. It works. Kudos to you. It works. I mean, whether you've done it from scratch or whether you swiped it, either way, it works. Kudos to that. And the add-ons, I'm not knocking those. The add-ons, the swathing is, the arms are a little goofy, I think. Why would you do that? But anyway, regardless. Oh, there's a header right there. The squirrel. That header got me. Then the beacon is neat. Do I need it? No. Because I just hardly ever use those. I mean, they're cool. They're neat. Nice additions, but I don't hardly ever use them. But it is what it is. I mean, they work. The wide tires, I would probably choose the wide tires over the narrow, to be honest. But the necessity of those, yeah, I don't see that. And there's a truck right in the way. Who in the hell parked that there? I have no idea who done that. No earthly idea. Gee, I wonder. Anyway. I mean, like I said, kudos, it works. Whether you done it from scratch or swiped it to call it your own. Either way, it works. Kudos to you. But so did the other one. That's what I don't get. That's like the bell spikes, the hay stingers. We've got 70-11 of those things. And it's crazy. Why do we need that many? We don't. It's nuts, people. Come on. I mean, I know we like to have choices, and the spice of life is to have a variety. I'm not disputing that. However, when you have that many like of bell spikes, I mean, that's crazy. And this, I mean, I can kind of see it because we've got two options of it now, but we have two options of the same exact thing. I mean, I can change tires and I can put a caution light on here. What you do? I still think it's a stolen mod, but I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not exactly sure how the mod world works because you know what? I don't do it. I'd love to, I think, but part of me says I'm glad I don't, if that makes sense. I do have to say it is easier on that to figure out which way you're going because of the fact these fold in and out. I do give kudos, props to that. I mean, as far as the wide tires, the beacon, you know, it's blah blah blah. But kudos to the folding in of the arms. That is amazing in and of itself because it makes it so much easier to figure out which way you're going to swap. I do agree with that, and I love that option. But I don't know, to take it and just add it in because we didn't have it. I mean, it's like, okay. Missed some right there. Oh well. I don't know. It's just a little different to me. It's like I don't understand it. I don't guess because of the fact of the creation of a mod just to change two or three things, or the stealing of a mod to change two or three things. That makes no sense to me actually. If I'm going to go to the trouble of either ground up creation or swiping it and making it my own, I'm going to change a hell of a lot more on it than just two or three things. Color, size, working speed, the working distance. It's 9.1 meters. I'm going to make it a 15 meter or something like that. I'm going to change that thing up. I'm going to make it worth my while, worth everyone else's while to get this mod and download it. Just because that's not what it is in real life doesn't mean I can't mod it and make it something a little bit different. You know, wide tires. Like I said, more working distance. Uh, Different colors. Something of the nature. I mean, something like that that makes it stand out. It just kind of floors me. I don't know. But this is brought to my attention by a friend, and after looking at it and playing and toying and jacking around with this thing, I've come to the conclusion that, well, it's just what we have in game. So after this video, in all honesty, I'll probably delete the mod that we have because I really don't need it. I've got this one. Like I said, it is great to be able to see which way you're swapping because they fold in. It's just an easy visual indicator. But to me, that's not worth it to have the mod because, for one, I really don't use this one anyway. And if I did, I have the in-game one. I don't have to waste space and download a mod that does the same thing essentially. So, that's just my opinion. Whether you like it, whether you not, don't make a hill of beans. I don't really care. So, until next time, we'll catch you later. Now that I've figured out how to work this thing.